Hi, my name is Emily Jenkins. I am a former health and physical education teacher. I took a break while raising my two kids, but I'm excited to be getting back to the teaching profession. In order to maximize engagement in my classrooms, I first try to build good relationships with my students. I learn their names, I greet them every day, and I take an interest in the things that they're interested in. I find that doing this creates a high trust environment where students are much more likely to open up in health and to take a risk and try new things in PE. In physical education, I make sure to reduce the amount of time that I spend talking or students are waiting in line. I do lots of small group activities so students get more practice reps. In health, I make sure that students understand how the topics, whether it be nutrition or goal setting, apply to their real lives every day in real time. Students will benefit from having me as their teacher because I make sure that I try and find a physical activity that each student will enjoy that they can carry with them, as well as making sure that they understand the health concepts so that they can have a healthy life long after they leave my class. I use a variety of formative assessments, including skill checklists, both done by peers or by myself, as well as lots of self-assessment. An example was in a PE unit one time, we were learning basketball skills. The students were practicing dribbling up and down the court with a basketball, and the next step was adding in a defender. I asked for a simple thumbs up or thumbs down at the end of class, and most students gave a thumbs down that they weren't ready to move on. We spent the next couple of days working on the foundational skill, and by the time we did add in a defender, they felt much more confident and were much more successful. In health, an example is when we were doing a nutrition unit. I did an exit ticket at the end of the day that showed most students had grasped the basic concept of nutrients, but still needed some help on serving sizes. I spent the next day working on serving sizes using real food labels, and another exit ticket at the end of that day showed that they grasped the concept much better. I know that most students in the school will have my class at one point or another, and am prepared to adjust as needed for all those students. In PE, I have a variety of equipment, whether that be lighter balls to use for volleyball. I adjust rules as needed, and I group students according to skill level. In health, I make sure that they have a variety of ways to respond, whether that's written or verbal communication. I make sure that I'm careful with sensitive topics for students of different backgrounds and beliefs, and I make sure that with both subjects, I am able to apply them to real life situations so students can have a healthy life after my class.